What's up, YouTube? Hey, check this out, man. When I first got here, I uploaded a lot of my personal stuff to my Facebook page. My friends on Facebook, you know, this is the YouTube channel is for business and work, but my personal life, you know, I don't have to make sure everything is edited perfect and all that type of stuff. But check this out. I wanted to share this with y'all real quick, man. My YouTube people, shout out to YouTube. If I can get the thing to play, PLAY. Here we go. Is it playing? Still ain't playing. Wait a minute. There we go. Oh, the sound. Here we go. Come on. Look at this.
Look, Courtney, tired of you. That's right, big brother.
Big brother. Get a big brother.
That's my bag, y'all. Look, that's my bag. I bought. He said, bye.
I'm going to the airport.
Going to the airport. Shout out, y'all. Thank everybody. Thank all my supporters on the YouTube channel. They're gonna you can take them all out. Take them out. Take them out. Take them out. Put them on the table. Put them on the table. What's this? Yeah. Thank all my supporters and people. This what real people do that help. Look at all these shoes. I had more shoes.
Very nice.
I had more shoes in the bag than I had luggage and stuff.
I'm trying to do too many things at one time, y'all.
Oh, I thought they were smaller than that.
Yan kasi may ano siya. Hindi lalabas. Ayan, mami, that's mine. Ay, mami, mas maliit yan. It's bigger. I don't think so. It's bigger.
Courtney can't fit though.
Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all, man. I make them too long. I make these videos way too long, but shout out to Crystal, man. Crystal sent so many shoes. 3 trips to get all these shoes over here. So we've been giving away shoes in the Philippines, y'all, and actually making people happy, man. I gave the shoes to little kids and everything. And one time we had to actually, one girl, for some reason, I don't know, her foot was unique. We didn't have any shoes to fit this one little girl, so I took her to the store and bought her a brand new pair of shoes, because that's what Uncle Mike does, you know. But anyway, Gina's letter backfired. Now we gotta get back to this drama and this bad news. Gina's letter backfired. New charges for Gina and Diddy are on the table. Sources say Diddy's Diddy's spy, whatever that means. Got some dots on it. So let me turn this Ace fan back on. Dude, it's been nice. It's been real nice with the fan on, a little breeze on me all the time. It's been real nice out here. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, dog, kuya, this heat wave just came in. So now it's hot. But we're gonna still do our reactions outside. Give Tisa Tales a thumbs up. I'm learning, y'all. Tisa. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, let's check this bad boy out, man.
Oh my God, you guys, come in, sit down, and shut the door. Gina Huynh might have gotten Diddy in even more trouble, and she might even have gotten herself jammed up with some charges. Y'all, sit down. We got to talk about this. Listen, if you guys don't know, Gina Huynh did 2 things today. Well, 3. One, she exposed herself to be the biggest dum-dum in history. Second of all, she outed herself as victim number 3. Okay? And on top of that, she literally wrote an impassioned letter to the judge saying her man, her man, her man. However, we all know that Gina is already on the Khloe Kardashian time. She will clock in and put on that clown nose and dance for a couple of dollars. We hope it's a couple of dollars. She might have been dancing just because. All right. But the thing is, legal insiders are saying Gina is playing a dangerous game, and she doesn't realize that Sean Diddy Combs just walked her down the path that could have her sitting in jail next to him. Because at the end of the day, Diddy is a desperate man, and he really doesn't care. Okay. Now, listen, this is what my sources are telling me. Let me know what you think. Okay. Now, here's the thing. People are saying that Gina is playing a dangerous game because she could get charged with Section 18 USC 1512 witness tampering. Okay? They said that she could actually get charged with not only witness tampering, but making false statements to the government and obstruction of justice. And baby, these crimes, if the government can prove it, carry heavy penalties, okay? Witness tampering, depending on the severity, up to 20 years, up to 10 years, or up to 5 years for attempting to persuade a witness to lie, withhold testimony, or not appear. Get this. If feds believe that Gina was bribed, manipulated, or knowingly submitted false statements or testimony, the letter, she could face up to 10 years, especially if it was part of a coordinated effort to obstruct justice. Oh, it's more. False statements to the government, okay? If Gina's letter contains knowingly false information submitted to the court, prosecutors could charge her with making a false statement in an official matter. That is up to 5 years in prison plus fines. This includes written statements like letters to the judge, especially if filed as part of a bail motion, and also obstruction of justice. This covers a broader act of interfering with the due administration of justice, including lying in official proceedings, influencing witnesses, and attempting to corrupt a judicial process. That carries up to 10 years in jail. So, baby, so what's the bottom line, right? If the feds believe that Gina lied in her letter to the court, was financially influenced to submit it, and or failed to cooperate with a subpoenaed appearance, then she could absolutely be indicted for witness tampering, obstruction, or false statements and face up to 5 to 10 years in prison, depending on the charge. And remember, and this is the big thing that people need to remember, and this is what Diddy might not have counted on. The bigger risk is for Diddy. If they can prove that he was the source of pressure or payment, then he gets hit with obstruction, witness tampering, and maybe new charges. Especially if Gina gets immunity to testify against him. You guys, I do not think that Diddy thought that letter was going to turn out the way it did. Now, let's actually sink down deeper into it because it needs to be talked about. Now, you guys need to remember, Gina was listed as victim number 3, but she refused to testify. She was the one named. She gave testimony in front of a grand jury. She gave testimony in front of the netizens on Tasha K when she outlined his brutality. Okay? But she was not called as a witness in the federal case. She refused to testify. She disappeared during key moments, okay? She popped out to do a pap stroll at TMZ when she was supposed to be missing, talking about, I don't think he's a danger. And it's rumored she's been financially supported by Diddy. Rent, legal fees, and all that other stuff, right? Now, you remember this happened during the trial. Again, let me break it down. She was one of the main witnesses in the case. They would call her material witness. She was named as a victim and she was subpoenaed to come in. And suddenly she reappeared with a glowing letter of support. Again, this isn't just a character reference. This is, somebody would say, a strategic piece of evidence designed to directly undermine the prosecution's theory of danger to victims. The problem is, Gina was one of the alleged victims prosecutors had previously suggested Diddy may have threatened, bribed, or intimidated. So, now that she's suddenly reemerged on Diddy's side, it creates a perception of witness tampering, even if it's subtle or unspoken. That's the first thing that Diddy got a problem with. Okay? Now, people have been saying, yo, Diddy got to her. She disappeared when they needed her and came back when it could help them. And this is witness tampering, pure as day. They're even saying if she wasn't paid off, this looks horrible. Again, a woman who ghosted the federal government just pops up with a signed letter for the guy she said not just hurt her, but tried to stomp a billion out of her. And we're supposed to believe this? Again, Diddy don't care. He don't got nothing to lose. But the fact that Gina got walked, well, who knows? She might have did this on her own. She either got walked into this or she knowingly wanted to make a fool of herself with this. Again, this does not look good for Diddy because it's going to backfire. I know they thought this letter was meant to help, and I think Diddy's desperate now that Trump said he ain't letting him out at all. But if you put it into context, my sources say it confirms what the prosecution had already warned the judge about, that Diddy has power, influence, and financial reach to silence or sway his accusers through fear, money, or manipulation. The feds can easily go up there and be like, see, Judge Aaron, this is exactly what we meant. We said he was tampering with witnesses. Look what happened with victim number 3. And again, even if Diddy can make the argument that this letter is technically legal, it could function as proof of the main problem. The defense is saying, look, Gina says he's not a danger, even though Gina said a lot of stuff. Ain't nobody coming to hear you sing, Otis. But the prosecution can now definitively say, and, Your Honor, we just watched them in real time neutralize another victim. That's the danger. Again, some people are saying that the feds can go after Gina, but they got to be careful about it. Because the way they could get her is she is a material witness, okay? She was a material witness. Now, the material witness. This is, again, I don't think Gina saw this coming. And I don't think Diddy. Everybody's talking about, oh my God, I hope they bring state charges up. I do hope they get them on state charges. But baby, by writing this letter, they might actually have Diddy on enough to get federal charges. And now that Trump has signaled he don't care, you wasn't on the winning team. Nah. Now that Trump has literally said to Diddy that he is on his own, I mean, who's going to stop him? Now, again, let's get back to Gina being a material witness. Under 18 U.S.C. Section 3144, a material witness is someone whose testimony is essential to the case or unlikely to appear voluntarily. Now, we all know that Gina was not only essential to the case, she was named as one of the victims. And I do honestly believe that if Gina had bridged the gap, I think they would have gotten him on the SMEX trafficking. I really do. But a fool and his dummy are never parted. If both are true, and I believe they are, the court can issue a material witness warrant. Again, that would be to detain or compel testimony. Okay? However, being listed as victim number 3 in the indictment, that was already enough. Think about it. The prosecution meant to call Gina and made a case where her testimony was critical, and Gina still refused to appear, disappeared, and otherwise avoided cooperation. Okay? Again, Gina explicitly identified in filings as a victim. She not only was referenced, but she testified before the grand jury. She was expected to testify. She refused to appear and then disappeared. Her lawyer even disappeared. The lawyer Diddy was paying for. And now she suddenly reappeared to write a letter. Baby, this is textbook setup for material witness issue. Again, she was subpoenaed. Her absence weakened their case, and she had material info about the charge, the violence, the coercion, the past abuse. They can, and my sources say they may, argue that since she was a material witness who evaded appearance, they could pursue obstruction or witness tampering charges depending on what they actually have proof happened behind the scenes. You guys, this is a strategic problem for Diddy. Even if there's no money trail to Gina or one that they can prove yet, her letter contradicts earlier accusations. undermines the prosecution and confirms what they warned the court about, the influence over victims. If they believe Gina was paid, pressured, or coaxed into silence, her reappearance may backfire hard and trigger a reopening of obstruction or tampering investigations with Diddy, or a motion to disregard her letter as tainted, or even a grand jury scrutiny of her and Diddy's financial relationship. Again, you guys, this is bad for Diddy. And I can't believe that they even tried to do that. Again, people make legal, and there's also a moral argument people aren't actually paying into. Okay? Gina's saying, I don't think he's an issue. Baby, a victim's forgiveness does not erase Diddy's danger to the general society. Nobody cares if you don't care about getting drop kicked in the face, Gina. Diddy can't be drop kicking women in the case. Oh well, right? This is not Gina v. Sean Combs. It was America v. Sean Combs. Because what's on trial wasn't just what he did to her. It's what he represents. A system where power and money let men brutalize women and walk away clean. Even if Gina forgave him, you guys, it wouldn't be an argument. We don't legalize abuse just because someone's learned to live with it. Gina's writing this letter isn't proof Diddy's not dangerous. It's proof his reach reaches further than we thought. And you don't get to drop kick someone in the mouth and then have them apologize for bleeding. Gina may be okay with it now, but what message does it send to the next girl? This case was never, and it's no longer about whether Gina feels safe. It's about whether any of us should feel safe in a world where power buys silence, where abuse gets framed as misunderstood love, a modern love story, and where influence becomes immunity. Baby, listen, Gina's a dummy for doing this. But again, I think she's doing it because she wants to do it. And again, people can say Gina's a victim, and I truly do believe that Gina might be the victim. But at a certain point, when the victim sides with the devil, baby, you the ops, and we gotta treat you as such. Listen, let me know what you think in the comments, but my sources are saying that Diddy might have overplayed his hand. He's so desperate to get out of jail. Again, false statements to the government, obstruction of justice, witness tampering. Again, if the feds believe that she lied in her letter, was financially influenced to submit it, and failed to cooperate with a subpoenaed appearance, she could be indicted. She could be facing 5 to 10 years, and they might need to do that as proof. They might need to do that as proof to everybody else that you can't play in the federal government's face. Okay? And again, this is a bigger risk for Diddy. If they can prove he was the source of pressure or payment, then he gets hit with obstruction, witness tampering, and maybe even new charges. Even if Gina gets immunity to testify against them, y'all, the plot is thickening. The plot is thickening. It looks like that not being pardoned by Trump got Diddy spiraling and getting sloppy, and baby, we love to see it. Oh, I'm praying the feds bring more charges against them. If not, California, New York, Miami, you know what needs to be done. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Where's my microphone? Where's my microphone? We out here having fun, y'all. I'm on vacation. I told y'all. Diddy is not getting no pardon by no president. Why would he? Why would he give him a pardon? What? Come on, y'all. Be smart. I know y'all can be smarter than this. Why would Diddy get a pardon from the president? Why? I mean, you gotta give me a United States, all 50 states stand type of why do he need a pardon? So he can make more music? Or he can beat on other women? Why would the president give him a pardon? Can y'all think about that for a minute? And then I'm supposed to be the dummy. I'm supposed to be the dumb one. I tried to tell y'all that over and over again. I guarantee you this. I bet you any amount of money Puffy's gonna stay in jail longer than what any of y'all think. And y'all gonna hear it first from me. He been denied bail. Once his sentencing comes up, they gonna sentence him for 3 years or something like that. He gonna stay behind bars, and the feds gotta come up with new charges. I'm trying to tell y'all what's gonna happen, but don't nobody want to believe me. They don't want to believe me. They think I'm just laughing and joking, but I know a little something. Man, and I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm letting y'all know that this Diddy trial, I started out saying it's gonna last for 2 years. It's already been one. I'm trying to don't even worry about it, cousin. Sit back and chill. Diddy ain't going nowhere no time soon. He ain't going nowhere no time soon. Now, Uncle Mike will tell you that. I know a thing or two about this mess. Yeah, we gotta sit back and make it seem like he got hope. Y'all remember that last denied bail, not the one doing the sentencing, when the judge said, "I'ma think about it over the weekend and make my decision." That was messed up, because what that did was gave him hope. That made him and the lawyers and everybody think for over the whole weekend, and it was 3 days, that I might get out. I'm ready to go home. I might get out. And then they came back and said, whammo! You stand your butt in jail. So you gave him hope for no reason. I said, I tried to tell y'all, man. They gonna stick it. They sticking it to him hard. Then after the verdict was read and everything, and the judge came back and said, this is another stick. The judge stuck it to him. This is another stick that the judge did. He said, you ready to go home, ain't you? What kind of question you gonna ask a brother? Why you gonna ask that brother that? How you gonna ask somebody that's been in jail? You gonna ask, you ready to go home, ain't you? Nah, Yana. Nah, Yana, I don't wanna go home. What dummy gonna say that? Go ahead, I wait. Of course I wanna go home. Boom, denied bail again. Why would you say that to this man, man? You putting salt on the wound, cousin. You putting salt on the wound, man. That ain't good. Just let him stay in jail, man, and don't give him no hopes and all that type of stuff. But then you got everybody out here bouncing around. Yeah, Diddy beat the Rico. Diddy beat the Rico. Diddy beat the Rico. Yes, he did. He is the king of New York. Yes, he is. The king is in jail, and he's still in jail. Long as he in jail, I don't give a hell. Long as he in jail, he been in jail for almost a year now. I got one more to go. Look, I got one more to go. Oh my God, y'all. I tried to tell y'all, man. But anyway, hey, who am I? Now this girl done came back and they trying to do all kinds of stuff, and that judge is sitting back like, Yana, I don't care what y'all do. Y'all can laugh, joke, and sing, but I got the power to say, denied bail, you stay in the jail, cuz. Yana, I'm doing all this. I'm taking these classes. I'm in rehab. I'm doing all this. Oh, that's good. If I was the judge and I saw that daggone video, I don't care if it's been edited or not, I ain't playing that dumb game. And I got these letters, and I seen that apology, that weak apology you did. And I know that these people have been saying about you beating up on girls. You beating on people. Don't beat people that you know you can whoop. I don't care if it's a girl, boy, or whatever. Don't abuse kids. Don't do none of that. Not around me. Man, y'all take it light. Y'all take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. Diddy's still in jail, and he needs to be. Peace.